And then after that, guys, we have the main event. Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman, and Jorge Game-Bred Masvidal. A 5-round main event right here in the welterweight division. Kamaru Usman, 18 wins and 1 loss. There's only 1 loss on his whole entire record, way back at the beginning of his career against Jose Caceres in his second professional fight. Ever since then, I'm getting 17 wins in a row, joining the UFC in 2015. Decision win. I'm beating guys like Leon Edwards, Warley Alves, Sean Strickland, Sergio Moraes, Damian Maia, Rafael dos Anjos, Tyron Woodley, Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal, Gilbert Burns. All these are really good fights. I mean, he is clearing out the division. You look at the top 5 of the welterweight division. He beat Colby Covington. He beat Gilbert Burns. He beat Leon Edwards. He didn't beat Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but he did beat Jorge Masvidal. He did beat all these other guys like Damian Maia, like Tyron Woodley. All these guys in the top 15. He is clearing out the division one by one, over and over again. And he's fighting in a rematch against Jorge Masvidal. In my opinion, he doesn't really deserve the rematch right here, to be honest. But they are giving it to him, so he's got to take advantage of this rematch right here. But Kamaru Usman having the height advantage, having the reach advantage in the fight, will definitely play a factor here. He's also going to have the age advantage over Jorge Masvidal. Will he necessarily have the striking advantage? The only thing I really see Kamaru Usman doing really good in the striking game in this fight would be to the jabs. I mean, his jabs against Gilbert Burns were amazing. I mean, he outstruck Gilbert Burns, which is the most incredible thing I've ever seen from a guy like Kamaru Usman, who we expect to go out there and foot stomp you for 5 straight rounds. But he went out there and showed he's not just a wrestler, he's not just a clinch fighter. He goes out there and his striking is really good, knocking out Gilbert Burns, I believe in the 3rd round, not even going for a takedown in the entire fight. Gilbert Burns was the one going for a takedown, so that is one thing to show that Kamaru Usman, his striking is evolving every single time he goes out there. Won the 1st round, won the 2nd round, and then got the knockout in the 3rd round, so a dominant win over Gilbert Burns. Before that, getting a dominant win over Jorge Masvidal. There were a couple of things in the fight where Jorge Masvidal would have had a better chance of actually winning the fight. Obviously, he took the fight on 6-7 days, whatever the case may be. Not the best day's notice, because Gilbert Burns was supposed to fight Kamaru Usman, and then Jorge stepped in on short notice. That could play a factor. That could have played a factor in their last fight. But I don't think there's going to be much of a difference in this time around. The last time was 50-45 on all judges' scorecards. Kamaru got him next to the cage, and just foot stomped him the entire fight right here. It says 2% to the leg right here, but I think 100% of the strikes were to the foot of Jorge Masvidal, because I don't even know. Do they count into the body, I guess? I'm not really sure. But he landed at least 100 strikes that were foot stomps on Jorge Masvidal. But he pretty much won every single one of those rounds. But if this fight isn't just straight up in the striking game, Jorge Masvidal's wave of winning the fight increases exponentially. Jorge Masvidal, that's the thing. Will he keep the fight in the clinch? Or will he keep the fight out of the clinch and not in the clinch? Where Jorge Masvidal or where Kamaru Usman is gonna play? Where Kamaru Usman is gonna have the biggest advantage? I don't really think so. Jorge Masvidal has some pretty decent takedown defense, but Kamaru Usman is just gonna go out there, get you in the clinch, and keep you there. Foot stomp you, body shot you, do whatever these things are. I don't know, whatever. Shoulder strikes that kind of became a lot more popular since Conor McGregor got, I don't know, busted Donald throwing his nose up. But I think in this fight, it's going to be pretty much the same exact thing as the last time. Where Kamaru Usman is just getting the fight in the clinch and just foot stomping him for the entire fight. Just using those little shoulder strikes, getting a lot of body strikes. But who knows? The last fight with Gilbert Burns, he did not even go for one takedown, didn't get the fight at the clinch, maybe for only 1 minute in the entire fight. So, sorry about that. We don't really know if Kamaru Usman will keep the fight in the clinch. If he does, he's going to win the fight. If he doesn't, I don't really know. I think the striking is going to be very even. I know that is a little bit of a weird thing to say. I'm saying the striking is going to be very even, but Kamaru Usman's having the reach advantage. He's going to have the height advantage, and his striking has improved so much. So since his striking has improved so much, he has that clinch, he has the wrestling, he has all those factors to win the fight. He has the strength advantage here. So he has the height advantage, the reach advantage, the age advantage. Every single thing is pointing towards Kamaru Usman to win the fight. There are some instances in the fight where Jorge Masvidal could win the fight by knockout in the striking game, knocking out guys like Darren Till, knocking out guys like Ben Askren, getting a TKO win over Nate Diaz. Who knows? He could get the finish here, but I think the fight will go all the way. And Kamaru Usman will dominate every single one of the rounds in the clinch and in the wrestling game. So I think Kamaru Usman will win the fight by 50-45, the unanimous decision.